Parents, we all know what it's like to not get enough sleep. We're moody, easily agitated, and have foggy brains. Plus, we know how getting little sleep can take a big toll on our physical health over time. And that's just for us adults, right? Consistent poor sleep for our kids can take the entire household for a tailspin. Of course, there's lots of emotions associated with poor sleep, but long term, these sleep issues contribute to digestive issues, immune system struggles, focus and behavior challenges, and even anxiety and depression. Our bodies and our brains do some of their best work while we're sleeping, and it's a key pillar to your kids' and family's health and well-being. So let's talk about how to get better sleep naturally. This video is for moms and dads who are looking for answers and solutions on why it is so dang hard to get their kids to sleep at night or to stay in restful sleep. Here's the two things that we're going to cover today. First, the number one neurological cause that leads kids to fight falling asleep or to stay asleep throughout the night. And secondly, the most common natural remedies that can help the nervous system to calm and to rest. Anyone with kids knows that they all go through sleep regressions from time to time. This in and of itself isn't necessarily a problem. It's a normal developmental phase that they go through during big jumps in either cognitive or motor learning. Those tiny little brains are sorting and consolidating all of the information they've learned throughout the day. But when those sleep challenges persist for weeks or even months, this is when sleep becomes problematic. So, the factors that prevent children from sleeping are most commonly rooted in the brain and the body communication, the nervous system. Too much stimulation, along with high stress and anxiety throughout the day, signals our brains to not turn off. If kids have stimulants right before bed, like caffeine or sugar, they aren't going to fall asleep very easily. Even the screens from our phones, TVs, tablets, they affect the melatonin levels in our bodies, which delays our sleep cycle. I'm talking screen exposure even 2 hours before bed. The overuse of technology is a huge problem that both children and adults are facing today. It's interrupting our sleep cycles significantly. This, along with anxiety and even emotional stress all day long, signals the brain to hang out in that fight or flight mode, 100% in contrast to the rest and relax side that's necessary for sleep. This stuck-on sympathetic fight or flight nervous system keeps telling the brain to be in protection mode, don't shut off, and to even interrupt our REM patterns and circadian rhythms so that the body is always on high alert, ready to respond to a crisis. In order to conquer these challenges naturally, we need to look at remedies that work with the body's natural processes. Let's quickly talk about melatonin here for a second first. While it is a natural and commonly recommended supplement for sleep, we ideally want our bodies to be able to produce it on our own, to produce it naturally, not to have to add it in a supplement form, especially taking it long term, since it can create a dependency. Instead, let's focus on establishing a bedtime routine. First, use white noise machines. Apps can work too, but I'm not a huge fan of phones in the bedrooms, as for many reasons we can talk about that in a later video. Next, create ideal room conditions. I'm talking minimal decor, no clutter, muted colors, and keep the temperature between 65 and 67 degrees. Cooler the better. Next, take a warm bath. Add some lavender oil, some dead sea salt, everything that's going to help you regulate and relax. Next, avoid screen time for at least 2 hours before bed. Drink a cup of chamomile tea. Stimulate your brain and your body to move throughout the day. And avoid caffeine intake to early mornings only. I'm going to be real honest with you here. If you've tried nearly all of these natural at-home sleep remedies for your kids, and yet your child is still struggling with sleep, it's time for you to give pediatric chiropractic a try. All kids are unique, and the majority of sleep struggles are starting in the brain and the nervous system, but our clinical process will find out the cause of those sleep struggles, or where and how those stressors are located that are affecting the sleep. And it is the key to help your child develop a healthy sleep routine long-term without needing to add in supplements or medications, and even help with the remedies that we talked about earlier work even more effectively for you as a parent. If you need sleep to be easier for your family or your child, we would love to help you. Click the link in the comments to read the associated article. Feel free to reach out with any questions. We've got you.